Hey guys, this is me AK, and in this video I'll be showing you how I did this character design from start to finish. I actually had no reference whatsoever, so this beauty is straight from my imagination. A little bit about me. I'm a self-taught artist based in India. I do traditional mostly, and only recently I've started doing digital, and I absolutely love it. If you want to purchase my artworks, you can hit me up on Instagram, or you can check out my store on Amazon, which is now live. So let's get started. This video will be focused on the sketching of this character, so I chose a very pencil-like textured brush. You can honestly take any brush you're comfortable with while sketching. I'm sure you're all familiar with Loomis method. If not, I can make a separate video on just that, but in short, it's a method where you draw a circle and then another circle, and then you draw a line which tells you the direction of the head. I draw a few more guidelines which show me the chin, the jawline, and obviously the ear. Dividing the entire circle into an exact half tells me where the eyebrows are going to be. Then I divide the face into 3 equal parts, for the forehead, the nose area, and the mouth area. Now you can see here that I'm just drawing a general guide for all of it. The nose, the eyebrows, and the hollow circle for the eyes. And I keep checking my ratios, and I would suggest you do the same. If you divide the last section into an exact half again, the upper half is where the mouth is going to be. Loomis method is really not that difficult. It's actually a very easy method for all the beginners out there. You can have full lips, you can have small lips. It's from my imagination, so I just went with medium lips. Again, I will just simply not stop checking my ratios because I'm seriously paranoid. The more time that you spend correcting your ratios in the beginning, the less time you will waste correcting your entire painting later on. Now let's move to my favorite part, which is drawing the eyes. I just love drawing eyes. When drawing eyes, I think it's very important to know the direction and the way that the eyelids droop, and the shape of the iris, which is oval in this case because the face is directed slightly towards the left. I just wanted to give her a little fierce look, so I edged up the eyebrows a little bit, which you will see later in the video. Again, I will just continue to check my ratios. Let's just give her a cute bob and a petite neck because I just want to make sure that she looks clean. If I could just cover her ears with the head, I wouldn't have to draw it. This would also be the part where I would just start rendering the sketch a little bit. a bit more detail here and there, especially with the eyes. I'm just drawing a few shadows here and there. Mouth is tricky. I've always been very scared about drawing mouth. I think this was the hardest thing that I've had to learn, but I'm slowly getting it. You can see that I spend most of my time here. I always draw a line like that to cross-check if my eyes are on the same plane, and a few more lines that help me guide with the nose and the mouth. I need to make sure that they all meet in like a triangle shape. Okay, so a little bit forward, I finished the face and I actually didn't record the process in between because I was trying to cartoonize it. But let's just move to the body. The body is always in balance. The thoracic area, which is tilted slightly towards the forward, and our pelvis area, which is tilted slightly towards the back. Here you can see that I'm drawing a giant oval circle to help me guide that. There is a sense of perspective that the character is being viewed from a slightly lower angle. So I'm trying to keep that in mind while drawing my circles. This comes with practice. With this angle in mind, I'm keeping the head tilted slightly towards the front. The circles on the top that you see are actually going to guide the shoulder movement. I want to give her a smooth, straight figure, so I don't want to move her shoulders in weird direction. So I'm going to draw those two circles towards the top, right next to the giant oval circle that I have drawn. Also, the other hand will be slightly hidden, so the other circle will also be hidden. Okay, so I always use a lot of cylinders and a lot of oval shapes and lions and a lot of curves actually, which gives me an idea about what the character is doing. It helps me focus on the movement of the character, which needs to be defined very early on while designing, rather than focusing on the finesse piece that you have in your mind. Let's define her body a little bit. I'm just going to start off by drawing the chest area. A little change of plan. I don't want to keep her arms straight. I'm going to give her a weapon, so I decided to move the arms a little bit. It is going to give a projection that she's holding a weapon, which you will see later in the video. I'm not exactly sure about what weapon I'm going to give her, probably a spear. Okay, so here's the trick. I always use these cylinders and oval shapes and lines, and this helps me focus more on what the character is doing or what kind of movement is going on rather than a finessed look very early on, which you should not be doing. I'm going to draw the weapon first because it is a more stiff piece, and then I'm going to draw the hand according to that weapon so I can place the fingers in the right place and see what it looks like when she's holding it. I actually like to do multiple sketches on top of each other so that it doesn't interfere with my painting. In the end, I think I would strive for a lot more clean sketch so that it becomes easier to fill in the colors that I want. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. And for this, I'm going to take like a very clean brush and I'm going to draw a different sketch on top of this one, a lot more defined. I'm also going to use the eraser tool to erase all the unnecessary details and just like get a very clean sketch. And now I'm going to draw my favorite part about this sketch, which is designing the clothes. And this will be the final sketch, hopefully. With the clothes, I wasn't exactly sure about what I was going to do. I did actually look up a lot of references to see what would look good on her. Depending on what era she is from, I'm going to design the clothes according to that. A dress which is sexy but not too revealing at the same time. And she's a bold character because she's a fighter, because she has a weapon. And she's from some semi-sci-fi, semi-magical era, which you will see later when I finish designing the weapon. Oh yeah, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. You can undo as many times, you can use eraser as many times. You're designing a character. Again, I cannot put emphasis on it enough. The simple fact that you have to focus too much on the movement and the fluidity of the character first, rather than focusing on what they're wearing from the very beginning. And that is exactly what I wanted to show in this video. I designed the clothes in the last. I did not have it in my mind. You don't have to start rendering the character too much from the very beginning. You just have to go with the flow. I also do have a color palette in my mind. I'm going to share that in the next video because this video has become really long and I have been talking for some time now. Practice as much gesture drawings as possible because that is the basis of any character designing. You can erase the character as many times. You can change the movement of the character as many times. You don't have to worry too much about the final piece. You're just sketching, and you can make a lot of changes while sketching. This is my first video, guys. If you like it, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Also stay tuned for part 2, which will be focused on like coloring this character, which is again my favorite part. Love you guys. Bye. See you in the next one.